Hey guys, this is Hong Kong, otherwise known as my rush hour era. Anyways, if you don't know much about Hong Kong, it is in Asia. It is a special administrative region of China, meaning it was colonized by the British and then the British gave it back to China, but now it's like run separately, like it has its own systems, currency, and culture. And its culture is like a mix of individualistic culture, which is more self-focused, like the West, and then collectivistic culture, which is more community-focused, like the East. Basically, if Western culture and Eastern culture had a baby, it would be Hong Kong. Oh, look, it's so gorgeous. I'm sleeping throughout the day and it's really upsetting because I'm trying to fix the sleep schedule. It's not working. Like, I slept 9+ hours last night. Why was I so exhausted throughout the day? I don't know. Jet lag is still jet lagging. I don't know. My body is not in Hong Kong yet. Like, a girl's confused. I had a melange of feelings when adjusting to Hong Kong culture. Excitement, fear, confusion, gratitude. Honestly, I found navigating Hong Kong to be quite simple though. Like, Hong Kong is a very structured society. They have said and unsaid rules and people follow the rules. So it's just about like being observant and like picking up certain things, like queuing everywhere, standing on the right side of the escalators, keeping a low volume level, slightly bowing to show respect. Then there was like other parts that are a bit harder to get. Like, people don't walk on one side of the sidewalk. Like, there's no one side that people generally like lean towards. It's just you walk freely, which was really frustrating. And then there's other things like constantly getting stares of curiosity, just in the virtue of being a Black foreigner in a space where a lot of people probably had not seen Black people that often. So it was a very interesting experience. I did find myself just doing a little too much. By this I mean, like, I feel like when you're adjusting to a new culture, continent, or just a new season of life, there's like two potential pitfalls you could fall into. Like entering a space, being closed-minded, not willing to change, and kind of being stringent in your ways, whether it's because of like arrogance or fear. I feel like that's the quickest way to get humbled because a lot of places and spaces are not going to change for you. Or there's the other pitfall of changing too much, like being too adaptable, taking in like a lot of what you see and slowly becoming it, whether it's like via expectations you feel or just pure excitement. You kind of lose aspect of yourself as you're pursuing to learn more about something else. I found myself trying to fit into spaces that I could only stand out in. And I don't mean it in just like a wide scale and like Hong Kong culture being a very homogenous society, but also in communities that I found myself in with homogenous behaviors. It's such a waste of time to try to fit into spaces that you were never meant to. So I feel like I had to find a balance between being excited and learning the nuances that existed in the culture while also balancing out like my needs, my desires, and the things that I personally enjoy doing, and like finding the space to do those. If you can read Cantonese, at this point you're probably wondering, Les, why are you going to a cemetery? Well, I can't read Cantonese, so I thought I was going to the 10K Buddha monastery, the tourist location. But, yeah, I got excited and stopped reading my map directions. And people were looking at me very weirdly, and I started peeping, like, the signs were less and less in English and more in just Cantonese. But I was like, no, I'm at the right place. I Googled this. Once I found out, I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, I did not mean to disrespect anybody. I got out of there, bro, because I was like, this is not my place to be. And then I felt like an idiot when I walked back and saw the sign pointing to where I actually needed to go. Good job, Les. I will say, I don't think I have the stamina for this. Whew. After the very impromptu aggressive rain showers, which is so typical for Hong Kong. There was a sense of airiness in the air, the smell of rain, the whispering sounds of nature. It just felt so light. And this was a Buddhist space of worship, which I honestly viewed as an honor for the opportunity to be there. But I'm not Buddhist, so for me it was more so like confirmation from God. With the lightness you can feel when you're just doing you, when you're not worried about nobody, when you're going on your little adventures, moving to your own rhythm, having fun. It's so liberating. And honestly, made me think like, whose genius idea was it to make 10K Buddhas? Like, that's so goofy. And I honestly loved it. It was such a wholesome moment. Okay, I look an absolute mess, but when people cancel plans, like, I be gassed. Like, what do you mean? I get my time back? Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, now I need to get my life in order.